Tough question here. First name, last name.
Judy, Bryant,
Can you spell Bryant?
Bryant.
Judy, and do you have a title?
Yes, I'm the field organizer for Texas Alliance for Retired Americans. I'm also a 32-year retired teacher.
And you're standing where? Where are you all at right now?
We are outside the bank building that offices Congressman Jeb Hensarling of the 5th Congressional District in Texas.
And why?
Because we want to let Congressman Hensarling know, along with the day of action across the country where there are 50 actions today, that we stand against the chained CPI, which would be an increase in, it would be a decrease in Social Security benefits because of the way that the cost of living adjustment is figured. And so it doesn't take into account the fact that seniors and people on disability with Social Security spend a lot more on medical care and other things. So we are standing to let anyone who supports chained CPI know that we are against it. And that's why we have these chains here that we, along with some of our grandchildren and folks, have been making over the last month to just chain people together and stand against. It's called the human chain against the chain CPI.
And what is the chain CPI going to do? Has it passed? Is it going to pass? Is it this something that may pass, or is it up for just for talk?
It's part of the proposed budgets that will be discussed in the upcoming in the congressional, both House and Senate. And no, it has not passed yet, but if it did, it would go into effect right away and would be a cut. What it actually could also end up being is people who are 65 now, in 15 years, they could lose as much as $6,000 in their Social Security benefits because their cost of living adjustment would not be adjusted to keep up with inflation, or to consider that they spend a lot more on medicine and health care and various things.
And you said that this is up for consideration. Is this the local house, or is this?
No, this is in the Congress. This is in the Congress. This is part of the congressional budget, and it's supposed to be a measure to save Social Security. But Social Security does not contribute to the national debt. We all paid into Social Security, our employers paid into Social Security, but Congress and other folks, certain members of Congress, have tried to sell the American people on the fact that, oh, we have to do this or Social Security is not going to be around for very long, when in effect it doesn't contribute to the national debt. So that's why we're saying hands off my Social Security, because we worked for it and we want whatever we earn.
And do you think it has a good chance of being made into a bill to decrease your monthly?
Yes, it is a possibility, but we also have legislation that has been introduced in the Senate by Senator Tom Harkin of Iowa that would be a Social Security fairness, where it would take into account using a different a CPI called the CPIE, where elderly or disabled people who have more expense on medical care would be benefiting that way.
So you're out here. Who are you trying to alert? Who are you trying to make aware? You're trying to make the people in there aware that you're not liking what they're doing, or are you trying to make the people out here aware of what could possibly happen?
I would say both, because we've been promoting this for quite some time in a number of different ways, and we have some people here who have come to our actions for the first time with the Texas Alliance for Retired Americans, and so we are wanting to make them aware. We're not expecting that we're going to change Congressman Hensarling's mind, and he is my congressman, but we're going to then take petitions that we're getting signed to the office when we finish this campaign, to our congressional offices, and let them know how many people stand against this. So that's our purpose, is raising awareness and letting them know how many people really care about this issue.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.